Like when you have a hunch about somebody, go full force with it. Don't second guess yourself, because you're probably right. You're probably dealing with a psycho. You're probably dealing with a killer that needs to be stopped. So let's get right into the story. The last summer around the end of June, I was in LA, and I didn't know anybody at the time. I was new to the area. I was just there for a few months working. And so I had some family friends there who took me out to this day party. It was like my first time going out, so I was like really I was like, yes, finally get to dress up, be cute, meet people, mingle. So I was just looking around and everything, just looking for the eye candy and stuff, and lo and behold, I actually saw like a really cute guy, and I was like, hey boo. Let me just explain like what this guy looked like, because I really like, I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I never used to think I had a type, but like light-skinned guys, I don't know why I like you idiots, but I like you idiots, okay? So this man was like light-skinned, but he wasn't like your typical like light-skinned. He was like Samoan, like skin tan color. And I can see him as I was looking, like kind of stealing looks too, so I was like, okay, at least I got him to do that. He finally like was walking, I think he was like, he left at his spot at one point and was like walking, but he walked right past me, and as he walked past me, that was my cue to like, let me just like watch him walk. So I like looked at him as he walked, and he kept walking, like he looked at me too, he like kind of smiled and kept walking. I was like, oh, so I guess he's not gonna stop. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just let that one go. So a few minutes pass, and the guy comes back from the bathroom or from wherever he went. He comes back and he walks past me again. He finally comes, he like says something in my ear. So we were just talking and dancing and talking and dancing, and honestly while we were dancing, like these like this group of friends, they were just looking at us as we were talking and dancing on the dance floor, like just a few feet away. And I peeped them looking, but I wasn't gonna say nothing just because I was like, I don't know, like if they were just hating because this man was so fine. Like I don't know what was happening. So I was like, I'm gonna just let them look. But then after a while it got uncomfortable, like they kept staring. So I'm like, okay. Mind you, I didn't know who this guy was. I didn't ask him his name. I don't think we exchanged names at that time. But yeah, so they're like asking for pictures, and they're taking pictures with the guy, and I'm standing off to the side like, hold the fuck up. Like, turns out JJ, what these kids were telling me, JJ was in the Fast 6 movie, and he played the Rock stunt double in some scenes, right? Because he looked very similar to the Rock. You know, they're both Samoan and black. They got the tribal tats, the same height, the same posture, the same physique, all that. So I'm like, okay, that's believable. I didn't know people like fangirled over stunt doubles. That was just news to me. One thing about this guy that kind of got me, like he was very like, how can I explain it? He was just really classy, smooth. Like he was very gentleman and like tender and everything. Like, so I was like really intrigued. So like we go to his section and we're sitting, he's trying to get me drinks and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drink your drinks, hell yeah. Like, I was actually really enjoying my conversation with him. Like he made me feel like really comfortable. Like I said, like he has this tenderness about him, which was like really comforting and like weird. It's like soothing almost. So we're like talking or whatever, and like I could have talked to him all night really, but I had to go like and be classy with it. Like, come on, leave some mystery going. This is where everything kind of started getting like a little bit weird, when we started texting though, because he has this really weird texting style. Okay, I forgot to say, like this guy was a little older for sure, and he said he was 32, I believe he said at the time, and I was like this is probably something he does. Like, why is he a grown-ass man out here in these clubs like trying to talk to little old me? That's what was the first question. I mean, I was like, okay, I was looking cute or whatever, but I was like, come on, like, let's be real. All these badass women in LA in their 30s, like, you looking at me? Now we're like texting or whatever, and he does this really weird thing where like he'll call me queen and beautiful, gorgeous after every single I don't like, that's weird as hell. Like, don't say good morning queen and then say, oh, that's what's up, beautiful queen, like when I respond to the, like, he did it with every message, and then had the nerve to throw the 100 emoji on the I'm like, okay, now your age is really showing, because nobody texts like that. He was trying to like get me to go out, and I was gonna jump at that first day. I was like ready to go. I was like, yeah, sure, like what time should I go? Can I bring a friend? So I pumped the brakes real quick, and then I was like I didn't reply to something he said for like a whole hour, because I was like texting my friend. I was like asking her like, oh, like what should I do? I just met this guy. He's trying to ask me to go to this bonfire. It's kind of late though. Like, should I go? Should I not? She's like, are you crazy? Of course not. Don't go. I was like, duh, like, you're right. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. After I said I was gonna come, I told this boy an hour later, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm having really bad allergies. Like, I can't go. I just took some Benadryl and I'm feeling super sleepy. I think I'm gonna knock out any minute now. Like, what kind of curve is that? Like, I said I had a freaking allergy and like my eyes were puffing. Like, I was saying some crazy stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. And then like he had put okay and put ... Like, he didn't say no queen. He didn't put no 100. And I was like, oh damn, he's really kind of upset. Like, I might have screwed everything up. Let's fast forward now. Like, that week went. So then I think like midweek sometime, like we had scheduled a time to go like meet up together. I was like, okay, I'll meet you at your house or whatever. He gave me his address and I went to his place and we were supposed to go like to the beach. His home wasn't amazing. I kind of was expecting a lot more. I don't know why, being that you are sendable and you act. Like, I thought you, like, you know, we're working with a little bit more, but I wasn't gonna hold that over his head, so whatever. He had his brother home. His brother, mind you, this brother of his is like not really his brother. It's like his homeboy who he calls his brother, but they only met like a year ago, which is weird. I was like, how these grown men met a whole year ago and you're living together? Like, it just was weird a little. So I was like, okay, we'll see. This was the first flag. This is the first flag. This building. His room looked like a toddler's room, like a little boy's room. It had like little like what was it? Was it Winnie the fucking Pooh? I don't know if it was Winnie the Pooh stickers or like little wallpaper header borders on the walls, like that was peeled off. It looked like it belonged to a little boy, but now the boy had moved out or like grew up and now it's not his room no more. So it's like a vacant room that he was staying in. That's what it looked like. And I was just like, oh. He's still in the bathroom doing his thing. So I started like looking through the room. Like, I'm sorry, I just had to go into detective mode real quick just to see who I was working with. Like, I see like some like bags of clothing like up on the little like dresser, like just bags full of clothes, like trash bags type of stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is just like the laundry. So he had his ID like left on the bedside of his bed, like it was just kind of there. And I was like, oh shit, like let me look at it and see what he's about. So his ID like wasn't a driver's license, guys. It was like a California state ID, which was a red flag. Like, why are you a 32-year-old grown-ass man with like a state ID? Like, where's your driver's license? I didn't understand. So then I started thinking, okay, maybe you don't got a car. Like, we walking out to this nigga room and his homeboy got his beach towel and stuff ready to go too. And I'm just like, oh, wait, bodyguard, like, where are you going? I was just really confused. Like, I didn't know where he thought he was going. Like, was he driving us there? Like, I didn't know what was happening. So we walking outside the door, whatever, like him and his big ass homeboy that ended up coming with us. Finally, like getting to the car and I'm like, oh, let me pull up to like this gold scratched up Dodge Caravan, the one your mama drove when we were like in 5th grade, guys. Like, that's the car we were gonna be driving in. Y'all, the thing was beat down, run down, a hot mess. Like, you know the felt in your car, like the top of the ceiling of the car, like it's like this carpety felt. It was coming down and stuff, like had all these little bubbles in it because it was so torn down, so old. The freaking middle of the seat was gone. So I'm sitting way in the back. It looked like some type of trap van where they just throw kids in there and kidnap them. Like, it just looked crazy. I was like, oh, this is crazy. They set me up. I had text my friend immediately, told her, okay, I'm here with this person. This is the code in case anything goes down. Like, just know that I'm going to this beach and this is who I'm with. Like, I was not playing games. So I was just so upset because he set me up already. Like, why are we going with your homeboy? Why is he driving? Why is this not a one-on-one thing? Like, you should have told me that you plan to bring your homeboy so I can say no to this invite. So I texted him like, why didn't you tell me your homeboy was coming with us? And he was like, oh, like, nah, like, my bad, like, that wasn't even supposed to be that way. Like, he had this girl who was supposed to come, but she had canceled last minute, da-da-da-da. I'm so sorry, Chelsea, like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm so sorry, queen. And so I went. I had my mace, though, so everything was going to be okay. I said my prayer. I had told my friend where I was, so everything was supposed to be cool. I was chilling. We get to the beach, we park, whatever. We were talking. He was, like, really comfortable and everything like that. Like, getting to know him. And so he tells me, like, about his background and his upbringing and how he grew up in the foster care system, and how like he didn't really grow up with his family. He got into like the wrong crowd and started gang banging. Where he met this really good teacher who like had all this faith in him and told him that if he like got his act together, he can be a star, and rule the world and be anything he wanted to be, right? So of course he cleaned up his act. This is just some cliche ass story you always hear, like rags to riches type stuff, right? So hold on. So he cleans up his act, he like drops the gang stuff, he starts getting his better grades, he joins football, he's really good in football, whatever. And so like he graduated like top of his class and got like a scholarship to play football at Berkeley, UC Berkeley. Why this nigga told me he did football, track, and basketball in college at Berkeley. And get this, guys, graduated like second in his class or like top in his class. The thing is, I feel like he's said this story like so many times because just the way he was saying, he was so confident. He really thought, that I was eating it up because I was faking like I was. I was like, oh my God, really? Like, that is so cool. Wow, wow, wow. Like, making him feel great and grand. Now, after he told me this lie, like that, nothing else that he could have said would have made anything like go better. So I was just like, okay, this is the end of this. He could have been potential bae. Like, it was just so like easy and cool with him. Like, he just made me feel like so chill, so relaxed. Oh, can I get you this? Can I get you that? I was like, yes, you can get me this and you can get me that. But you're a liar and you're a fraud. So X freaking fraud. I don't need no frauds. I don't need no drama when you call. I finally get home and I started doing my research, immediately did my research. I took a picture of his ID. You thought you were slick, but no, I Googled your ass and I found the dirt, okay? So like we went on that date at like end of June, early July, and like in 2015, end of June, the 20-something is when exactly he was like arrested. And I was like, oh wow, so exactly a year later on your anniversary is when you're striking again, right? I was just like, ah! I couldn't find the charge. The charge was not listed. Like, it was like NA, like for more information, contact the sheriff's office or whatever. So I was like, for damn sure, I'm gonna contact the sheriff's office. Mind you, this boy still texting me. Like, at this point, I'm like, oh my God, stop texting me. But I wanted to act cool, like play it cool, because I low-key wanted to keep talking to him to see what more lies he would spew at me. Like, I'm crazy. I just was trying to build a case against this man, low-key, like high-key. A few days later, we're still texting, whatever. Like, I'm faking, like, obviously I'm still into him, like trying to get some more out of him, whatever. Like, we haven't seen each other in a few days since then. We had one conversation one night. He actually called me on the phone and we were talking on the phone. We started talking about like How to Get Away with Murder, like that, how that was my favorite show ever. And he told me yo, I must have clown written on my face because this man just continued with the bullshit. This man went on to tell me that he was on like one episode of How to Get Away. I'm like, you a damn lie, because I watched every freaking episode like back to front and I didn't see you. I didn't see you. So he's like, oh, I was one of the jurors in one of the episodes. I'm like, oh, what season, what episode? Like, I really want to like now, like I want to look you up now to see like you in action. Trying to be cute to really see. This nigga now he wants to put on his little modest hat, modest mode, and started acting all, ooh, like nah, like you can't see that or whatever. I'm like, why the fuck not? As we're on the phone, you know me, I'm Googling his ass on IMDb already because I'm trying to find you in this episode. Why when I Googled your name, you don't come up there? Like, I just didn't understand. Like, you were supposed to be this grand actor apparently, and you're nowhere to be found anywhere. So I was just really confused. Like, you are gonna stop today with the lies, my friend. Like, I should have called him out that night, but I don't know, something about it was so like satisfying to catch him in these lies. Like, I don't know what it was. It was almost like fun. Like, I just was like, how long can he really keep this going? Now I need some more validation. Like, I need somewhere that can tell me that he's either a murderer or something like that I can't be fucking with, some type of crazy felon, or a liar, like about the Berkeley stuff. So I'm like, how can I find out if he really went to Berkeley now? Like, I don't know anybody that go to Berkeley. So damn right I Googled the Alumni Association for Berkeley. Damn right I called them right up. So I called the freaking Alumni Association and I was like, hey, I'm trying to link up with an old friend. Like, I think they might have graduated like back in 08, I think it was. Like, and I told them the person's name. I even spelled it out for him. And he was like, okay, give me a second. Let me look that up for you. I waited. I waited. That was the longest wait, the most anticipation I've ever felt for any, like, my fingers were tingling, like I was sweating, I was perspiring, like I was just like, oh my god, like I'm about to be right, like I'm about to be right about this guy, like he's a fraud, he doesn't exist. He told me, he was like, oh, there's nobody in the name, are you sure, like that's his name, am I spelling it right? I gave him 3 different types of spellings just to be sure. He couldn't find anything. My jaw hit the floor. Like, how do you not come up in the alumni association for the school you say you attended top of the class? If anything, they're giving you highest honors. You should be in the Hall of Fame at the school. So how come you are not coming up in the database, my friend? It just, like, nah, that was dead. That was dead on arrival. Like I said, oh, block, blah, 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 block, 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 block. I blocked his ass so hard on everything. You picked the wrong one. You picked the wrong one. I was really not the one. Like, I'm the one now. I know I'm not the one, bitch. I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm not the one. Okay? So yeah, that's the end of that crazy story. If y'all enjoyed it, leave some comments below. Show some love. Let me know what you would do if you met some guy like this who tried your whole existence and how you would handle it. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Too much juice, too much sauce. Too much sauce, too much juice. Too much juice, too much sauce. Too much sauce, too much juice.